stretch. You came in hot. I'm like,
You came in hot. You're like, start the camera, start recording.
I had food poisoning with Gabby after Thai food, and I have to vomit immediately. I'm like, babe, I can't eat that food. I'm vomiting. The guy goes, Robby Hoffman? Funniest.
Steph Infection.
By the way, it's perfect timing. I'm experiencing lockjaw on my right side.
Really?
Yeah.
From what? Eating so much puss?
I actually do think it's from going down on Gabby the other day, but I've had it from childhood. It comes and goes. Like I used to have it from eating too many bagels. Because bagels are really hard. Do you know what I mean?
How many fucking bagels are you eating where you're developing lockjaw?
As a kid, I used to just grab a bagel.
But you didn't cut it, you didn't put any butter or anything on it?
Nothing on it.
Just a whole bagel, you eat
Yeah.
it. In Montreal, you're there sucking back those bagels.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Have you ever had a fresh bagel?
I have, and I didn't think they were that hard. A stale one
No, but
was
as a
hard.
kid, your mouth is smaller, so you're going...
Robby Hoffman's here. If you didn't get who
trying
the
to buy
guest is
this.
already. Robby Hoffman has lockjaw. I would not bite a microphone. That's...
So what the dentist told me when I was a kid, when my mother brought me, because I didn't stop pestering her about it, is you have to put your tongue to the back of the roof of your mouth.
Uh-huh.
Open and close slowly.
Then you get like a weird like double chin when you do it. You get a weird frog chin. I've never seen you with a double chin before.
It's okay because you know what? It's just working out the muscle here.
Okay.
But now through my own research, I think it potentially could be jaw cancer, which I'm very worried about.
It's not jaw cancer. You're eating out your fucking girlfriend's... How often are you eating her out?
Not often. We're getting back into it. We go through phases where we're doing this more, we're doing that more.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So now we're back into the eating out phase, and I guess it's been a couple weeks.
Okay.
But it's the kind of thing that and I thought the positioning was good. I had her propped on the pillows.
Oh, propped up is nice. Yeah.
I like propped up because she'll feel it better. I can get in there.
Yeah, propped up is nice because you got room to muck around. I got to get Jefferson to go down there at all. He's so bad at eating me out. It's so annoying.
No, guys, I don't think really do it. But Dykes, we got nothing else to do, really.
Yeah, you got to be down there.
We can't do P&V. So it's like, well,
you got to
you know, it's
mouth and V.
like if you're blind, you have better hearing. You know, it's the other senses pick up.
Is that an accurate thing? So you're just naturally better at eating puss, and the blind are naturally better at hearing.
I'm not that
Bach
good at it. Lots
concertos.
of times, so it's an adjustment with anybody new. Like, if I'm too hard, too soft, everybody likes it different. So it's different.
Because Jeff's always like, you're already wet, you're ready to go. I'm like, doesn't mean I'm always wet all the time. I'm wet right now. It doesn't mean I'm ready to go. I need.
Also, you may enjoy it.
I might enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
Doesn't
He's
matter
good at
if
it.
you wet.
Get
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah, no, guys, I don't think like girls.
I don't think guys like doing anything really.
Like they
that
don't want to be
puts
gay,
them
so
out.
they're with girls, but they don't like girls. So this is the issue that they're in a lot.
Explore new possibilities, pleasure zones, and find your vibe at funlove.com. Funlove.com is a leading online retailer of sensual health and wellness products, offering a wide array of premier brands of toys, lingerie, and accessories. Make love fun by visiting funlove.com. For a limited time, save 30% off your first order. Just use the code STEPH at funlove.com. Go to funlove.com and use code STEPH at checkout to save 30% off your first order. Visit funlove.com today.
Wait,
not
I
allowed
actually
to say,
spoke too
but-
soon on this. I want it slightly upper.
You want to?
I want it like this.
Just
You
leave
see how
it
it's
there.
limp a
fine.
bit?
But it's down when it's down. Otherwise, it's going to cover your face, and you're not going to see your face in the clips.
Okay.
And this is all for the clips because you did the pod when I did it at my house years ago.
Yeah.
We talked about chopping off the old jugs.
Yeah, we also talked about, you said, what's the most disgusting story you've heard related to a body? And I said, when my friend
killed himself.
Yeah, his stepbrother, who I went to school with, same age as us, he jumped off his grandparents' building on Yom Kippur, Jewish holiday, holiest day of the year, and they had to identify the body. And apparently it was very difficult to do because when you jump off a building, your head splats like a watermelon. And you said that wasn't, you said, what's the worst bodily?
I did say that, but usually, people remember this as a comedy podcast. And you came on.
I
really
didn't.
hard.
You know what?
And
I didn't
now-
know. And by the way, suicide, nobody's advocating, but this is just the reality. If jumping off a building, your head splats like a watermelon. I've never heard of that
I
And
would
it's
assume the whole
unusual.
body's splatting.
Yeah, but the head, because
head.
it's like a ball,
Yeah.
that's where it has that splat. Like the other stuff is like breaks. Like if this fell off a building, it would break in a million pieces.
Yeah, I see.
But
Your
if you
bones are
dropped
breaking.
that globe, it would shatter.
Yeah, I hope someone just started their morning like this. They just got the coffee on.
Yeah, you have to
They're
think
just
about it
stirring
practically.
Stirring a nice cream,
Your
and now they're thinking
limbs
of
would
someone's
kind
head.
of break, but your head is a ball.
You're very distracted with your reflection here. You keep looking at your.
I know.
you
It's
really
wild to
love it.
see it back here.
How I was talking about my Halloween costume last year. How I dressed up
I had no idea who you were. But
exactly, and I
I
showed up to Gabby, her
Yeah.
girlfriend's, her very
House.
famous girlfriend's house, in a wheelchair, and no one knew who I was, and they just thought I was a man in a wheelchair.
And then your friend showed up with no talk.
Jessica Michelle came. She came as a never knew Tobias, and I was as Tobias with the hair versus graph thing, which again you don't watch
And
Arrested
there were like
Development.
cheerleaders there, and there were like, there
Yeah.
were like Dancing with the Stars people there,
Yeah.
and Bachelorette people there.
Yeah.
And she comes in.
She comes in, no top on, as Tobias with two like nipple cover ups, and I'm
I
in a
don't even
wheelchair.
think her nipples were covered up. Or
No, they were. She had
hairy
like
or
those little
something.
sticky pasty things on.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you what, I still think funniest two costumes I've ever seen in my life. And then
I'm
turns
sorry,
out
but my submersible.
your submersible pretty good. Wait, what did you dress up this year?
We didn't do nothing this year.
Nothing?
Like this year, you know what I realized I should have gone after Halloween this year? I should have been Alec Baldwin from Rust with the gun. I can't wait to see that movie. I am going to the premiere of that. They're going to show the scene where she died. Like, what is going on?
That's crazy. So they kept the scene in?
It's a big scene apparently in the movie. It's a pivotal moment
How
for
did
him.
that just get kind of washed away? What happened with that? It's gone now.
I think it's going to be the biggest box office hit we've seen in a minute.
Really?
Because who's not going to go see?
People are sick. Because it's insane when they show, like, I watched somebody almost die on yesterday on Instagram. So he had a bungee jumping accident. I've never bungee jumped.
No.
I've seen 2 accidents now online. This girl goes down,
My
the thing
tissue.
just breaks. What's
No,
going on
it's
here?
insane.
You're a little cold?
No, I always have sniffles in a way.
Your whole life? Just nonstop
Yeah,
sniffles?
my whole life.
I've never seen you sniff. We lived together. I don't recall the sniffles.
I sniff occasionally, comes and goes.
Oh, speaking of your sister.
Oh, she was.
She's like, I'm Robbie's sister. And I look at her, I go, so she came to see my Vancouver
Shout
show.
out to your hoodies. She always loves to shout out.
Shout out. Thank you for
Say
coming.
your hoodies.
Yehudis, thank you so much. She bought my earrings. I would have given them for free.
No,
I
she
look
was
over,
so
I look
happy
over,
to
I'm like, oh my
support.
God. And then I'm like, this is Robbie's sister. And then
Did
Jeff was
you
like, oh, fuck.
recognize her?
What? She's you with longer hair. Yes,
insane.
recognize. Everyone in your family looks so fucking close. It's bizarre.
It's bizarre. 10 of us.
10 of you, all of you look, because Jefferson's 9 and there's like a streamline of like,
There's a streamline. It's like
Yeah.
you and your sister. Imagine there was 8 more.
no, we don't really look that much alike.
Yeah. See, I don't think Yehudis and I look alike, but people tell it all the
What?
time.
You look identical. What number is she?
She's number 10.
She's 10.
She's the baby.
Oh shit. Okay.
She's the baby of the family.
She's so sweet.
She's so sweet. And she was, you know what, she invited somebody from her mom group and then she couldn't come. And so she called me she made up like she said, oh, Nadav fell off a ladder at work. I said, what? This man, and she goes, he's home. I said, what? You're not going? I bought you the ticket. And she goes, oh, well, she was really shy to go alone. I said, this is a perfect avenue to go alone.
This is the perfect.
Because actually, sometimes when you go to a comedy show with a person, they're like talking, this is so true, isn't that so
Yeah,
true?
yeah,
Or
it's
I'm
annoying.
like this. Like you get to actually just lean in. And Nadav was like, whoa. Like I'm like, what kind of excuse is this? But
also, I don't make fun of women, so it's perfect.
Yeah, but I bought her the tickets. I
What
bought her
the
2
heck?
tickets. You know what I
Give her
don't like to do?
tickets.
I don't like to ask if I want to support. Like I think you're one of the funniest people on the planet Earth. Okay, my sister, whatever she said the tickets is $65. She messaged me. I said no worries, I'll do what I can.
I didn't
So she
realize they were
thinks
that much.
she thinks
Jesus.
I'm going to you and asking for tickets. But no, I am class to the day I die. I'm not going to bother you when you're prepping for tour for free tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be that Jew. What I'm going to do is a classy Jew. I'm going to go online. I'm going to pick 2 of the best tickets available. I'm going to purchase them and send her the QR code.
You are classy. You
Because I
do,
want to
yes.
support you, and
Thank
I want
you.
her to have a good time. And how many
you.
times do we have to buy comedy tickets? Almost never. We get them free so
We
often.
never
So
do,
it's a
yes.
pleasure when I can support.
Well, you're very
live
supportive.
comedy.
You are very supportive. Half of my house was furnished by you. I still use the little stool in my little nook area to get ready.
See?
Every morning I sit and I
See?
go, Robby Hoffman got me this.
See?
I go, thank you,
See,
Robby.
it makes
my
up for the
wet
fact-
asshole and clit are sitting on
See?
the little stool.
But it was a perfect stool for that space?
It's still there. It's never going to be more perfect. I'll never paint
no,
it. It's
no.
exactly
Are you ever
perfect.
moving?
I am never moving. Robbie and I lived together in the same apartment years ago. It was
You have been there a minute,
I've been there since I moved to LA.
and you're a millionaire now.
I love how you think I'm like sitting on this pile of money.
No, by the
cannot
way, she
afford
is
a house.
sitting-
I cannot afford a
Not
house.
the whole house she wants. She can afford a house.
I
There's a
can't afford
difference.
any house in Los Angeles.
Okay, I could find you a house in 5 minutes that you can afford. You may not want this house.
I don't want that. I need a yard. I have a dog.
Okay, see?
I'm not living in a
There are
high
people
rise.
who cannot afford a house. You are not one of them. You are in the milieu of people who want a specific house.
I want a 2-bedroom with a small.
There we go, with a yard and parking, let me guess.
Yes. Who doesn't want parking? What am I going to do? Park fucking 5
There
miles
are
away?
many people who would take a house with not parking.
Wow. You think so?
Listen, you've become the elite.
On what plan? On what plan? Do you want to know what I made off my special?
No, I know. These
So,
special
I don't
deals
know what to
are.
tell you. I
But
mean-
isn't it crazy that you make no money on a special?
I mean, I stretched it too. I used the best editor, the best director. I was not fucking around, but I'm like, I kind of thought I was going to get some house money for this, and
It's really
It's crazy.
There's something really. There should be a class action.
it I guess. But what happens after? That's how you get the. That's what happens.
No, they're selling exposure. They're using like the old model again, like selling exposure. This will be good for you. Yeah, but you can also pay me for my work.
Yeah.
Because bigger names you pay way more than the exposure too.
Oh yeah, they're getting cash.
So they're getting cash.
I gotta sell my Subaru.
So I'm just saying, don't you under like it doesn't. It's kind of like we haven't caught up to any industry that's saying for exposure for the experience. Like internships are illegal now. It's just slave labor,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
like
yeah,
if you're a PA on some set, like you're working like a dog and you can't eat, right? We've acknowledged, okay, maybe it's not worth, maybe you're not an executive there, but a livable wage, a minimum wage.
What is minimum wage now?
I think it's 15.
Okay.
But now we've gotten to the point where we're not podcasts, but podcasts too, but we're specials. It's like, well, the exposure. Mm-hmm. It's like, I thought we got past the exposure argument. I thought we recognized that, yes, the exposure is massive, but also pay people for their work.
Yeah, it's at the point now.
These are big
yes.
companies. These aren't
huge.
nothing companies.
Oh, do you want to hear Meta? I can do an example right now. Fucking Meta, whatever the payments, what I should get paid on Instagram. In the last month, I've had 2 videos go crazy viral. One's at 7 million. The other one's at 4. $36 was sent to my account.
Don't spend it all. Don't spend it all in one place.
$36 fucking dollars was sent to my
Don't spend it
account.
all in one place.
So people are over here like, and then people get annoyed when I'm like, I started reposting stuff that I posted a long time ago. I'm like, fuck this. I don't give a shit. I don't have, how much content do you want? And I'm like, fuck you. I'm not getting paid anyways. What the hell does it matter?
I don't. That's
36
why I never
bucks.
posted. You'll know with me.
You're posting more now, Gabby.
Well, I'll reshare.
Yeah.
You think I'm sitting in the edit studio? I'm learning this for nothing.
The studio.
I'm not learning.
No, you're not
final
editing.
edit, whatever it's called.
No. What are you doing right now? You're writing, you're touring on the road. What are you up to?
We got a lot of writing, a lot of acting, a lot of touring.
You've been acting. Can you talk about what you just acted in?
No.
Here's my thing with acting. People say I'm good at acting. I simply act like myself.
Yeah, no.
I am not
acting. We're
doing.
not
I'm
acting.
literally. I'm this, but you gave me lines.
Yeah.
There's no acting.
No, there's no
I've
acting.
never once acted in my life.
No, we're not
I'm
acting.
simply talking
we
the way I normally
will
talk.
not be acting. I'm not learning a new craft.
Oh,
I'm
when
not
people
doing
tell
it.
me to go to acting class, suck my ass, acting class. I did sketch comedy for fucking 20 years. I'm not going to acting class.
I took an acting class.
For the role?
No, this is during the pandemic. I took Leslie Kahn's class, comedy class. It was actually really, really good. A little pricey, but worth it.
Okay. Everyone tried to
But
get me in
her,
here.
but
I'm not doing class.
But her
Voice
class,
I'm not doing class.
her class mostly focused on the audition process.
Yeah.
Which was very new to me.
Yeah, here's how I audition. You go in, you make the person laugh behind the counter, and you get it. Or how you get every fucking role, someone fucking knows who you are, and then you get booked directly. That's how it works.
Well, because that's what we do. We're comedians. Yeah, so we get to.
I had a teacher in college, Louis Beaumander, hated me so much.
I hope he's dead now.
No. he would talk about how much money he had. He would show us his belt. He goes, "See his belt? Prada. See these shoes? Calvin Klein." And we're like, "You're teaching in a Humber College 2-year comedy program in a basement. It stinks." He got so mad at me. He took me outside class one day. He goes, "Look, I don't like you. You don't like me." And I was like, offensive. He's like, "If you just show up, I'll pass you." And I was like, "All right." And I would just come and sit in the back of the classroom. And then we do our final project. And I chose, he was so mad. He's like, "Pick your favorite scene from like a well-known movie or TV show." I acted like Elf, the alien.
Obviously.
I came on and I was so stupid. Of course he hated me. I mean, also, again, you're teaching.
I'm really worried because I'm going into act tomorrow. I'm set tomorrow that my jaw is going to lock.
No, you're fine. It hasn't locked once yet.
I went to university.
when it
I had
locks-
a terrible teacher. What?
When it locks, what is it doing? Like it
It's just
stops?
really tight here.
Okay, so it's not like freezing up where you can't move
Sometimes
it.
it does, but it hasn't got,
Are you wearing a retainer to bed or anything?
nothing.
Nothing. So you're not. There's nothing you can do to
No,
prevent Lockjaw.
I've worked myself into thinking it's a rare form of jaw cancer. Of course, as soon as I open my phone, it's a girl, some influencer who actually got jaw cancer and she died. And her jaw is out to here, her ear is out to here, and
No,
it's just
you're probably
very
clenching your
rare.
teeth in your sleep
Class
too.
Do
you do that? Do you clench
Yeah,
your
no.
sleep?
Apparently, I'm clenching to the point that Gabby can hear it.
Then that's exactly what this is.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? If Gabby's
know.
hearing you clench the fucking teeth, you're grinding your teeth. That is exactly
I
what
know,
this
but
pain
my
is.
teeth are sharp. There's no grinding.
It doesn't matter. You won't even notice. It's
No,
the back
I
teeth.
heard the back teeth they get flat if you're.
I
grinding.
grind every night. They're fucking
Do
normal.
you wear a guard?
I have my Invisalign, and it's all like when I wake up,
wait,
but it's not still.
My Invisalign went under.
I know. I got the same one as you. I have my old ones.
I lost everything.
No, I still have a couple more to go. Oh yeah, you got me in that. You got me in some backdoor Smile Directs like partner like they're like fake one.
They went under.
Yeah, because they're charging $1 to get your fucking teeth fixed, and it works.
And how is it? Smile? Oh wow!
I know, because these were like fucked, and now they're almost.
Isn't that unbelievable?
I know, and I keep stopping because they're like it kind of
It's
hurts.
hard.
It hurts.
It's hard to commit.
It's also every night. I don't want it in there every night. I mean, and then Jefferson and I went to hook up, and I had the man, and he comes over, and I go, "Hold on,"
No,
and then I put them on the
literally.
counter. So he's like, "What is this?" I was
I've
like,
hooked
"Oh,
up with them in.
you get the men? You're not eating puss for the men."
I don't know.
Robby, no, you're eating.
If you had braces, would you be able to take them off?
No, but these are different. These are capturing a bunch of saliva and stuff in there. Yes, they
No,
are.
It's not that different.
I'm never sucking a dick with Invisalign on. That's crazy.
It might actually
Feels like
feel better.
Actually, it might.
For him because maybe it's not as sharp.
How do you think I'm down there?
No,
just
but
gnawing like
occasionally,
caramel
I'm
corn?
sure. I don't
You've never
understand
sucked a dick,
giving
have
up.
you?
Yes, I have. 6
I
times
thought-
about.
I thought you just jerked off.
No, well, I could never get past the tip. This is the whole thing for me. Like the tip is actually much bigger than you would think. It's like getting onto this and then go, like the tip is as big as I don't understand.
Well, maybe you had too big of penises. That's why. How big was his tip?
Well, no, but tips are quite
no,
big.
some are like mushroom tip, and they're disgusting. If you have a nice civilized tip, a nice smaller sheen,
But you're getting in there?
I'm getting.
How are the teeth not involved?
Sometimes they are. So if I get lazy, sometimes I just like gnaw
Like,
a little bit.
I don't understand how to do it without teeth.
Well,
There's
this
not
is why
that much
you're not-
space.
Maybe you have a small. No, you got room in there. I think you just had a big tip when this. Was it one dick you sucked? Mm-hmm. Oh,
No, maybe a couple. I can't remember, but I never fully sucked. I went to the tip. That was it.
it's the worst part. Were you using hands or just the mouth?
Yeah, I did a couple minutes, and then I would say, I'm probably not going to finish this.
You let them know. I'm actually.
No,
finished this.
literally. I mean, I think I told the story. I don't even know on here, but I was giving this guy Kent a blowjob. He was like 24. I was 17. He was half Jewish, half Trinidadian. He was the hottest guy at camp. He didn't date me at camp because I was underage, but after camp, why not?
Okay.
Summer camp, for the record. And
Brag.
well, this is the concentrations. There's other camps.
I think everyone. I don't think anybody here thought at concentration camp you're sucking this guy's dick.
Yeah,
you're just maybe one day you felt a bit more chipper and you're like, this is.
So I go to his apartment. He lived. Gotta stretch. We came in hot, and then
You came in hot. You're like, start the camera, start recording.
So I was in his apartment, and he had like colognes on his dresser, and he had like an alarm clock, a digital alarm clock, and he had his bed, and he had that poster of the two girls kissing, the kiss poster. They're kind of like wearing white little tank tops and underwear. It was a very famous poster, but anyway, if you find it, you can throw it up here. It's a very sexy picture. But anyway,
okay.
Of two girls. So anyway, I was like going, and he did have a very big penis, but also he was very tall. He was un-Jew-like. Black. He was very hot and, half black, half Jewish. I mean, it kind of
That's
is.
a nice combo.
Yeah, it's a good combo. And anyway, I start doing it, and I look at the bus. I look at the alarm clock. I could see it, and I'm like, oh, I know the bus schedule like off by heart. I'm like thinking, if I get dressed now and go, I can make the next bus. It's in 7 minutes. It's a hustle. But I can make it. But if I don't, then I have to wait a half hour after that. Right? Because the bus only came at like, 7:13 or 7:38.
Okay.
Like something like this. So it's like, I'm not going to do it. He's like, no, you can't stop now. You're doing great. I'm like, nah, I got to catch the bus. Bus is coming. I literally was dressed and sitting on the bus within 4 minutes.
You caught the bus.
I caught the bus. I was dead of winter. And I remember the bus stop was right at the corner of his building. I remember sitting on the bus in the cold, getting on, sitting in the window and going, I can't believe I was just sucking a dick like a second ago. Now I'm on the bus.
What a fond memory you had of that.
Yeah. And I was like cozy on the bus. I'm like, I made the bus. There's nothing like making the bus.
It's also like there's nothing like you got things to do.
Yeah, there's nothing like making the bus.
I would like to leave a booty call. Sometimes if I get too drunk and I'd leave that night, I'd be so drunk.
Yeah. What's it like living together now? Is Jefferson back?
He leaves in 2 days.
For how long?
A month and a half.
Where's he going?
He's going to fucking Nashville to do this Christmas play. I'm not thrilled.
Have you been to Nashville?
Yeah, I'm going for like a week and a half. I'm going to do some pods to promo the special in
When is the special coming out?
February, but we don't have a date yet. But it is February.
That's actually a great time for special.
I think it is. I like February.
Because
like
it's
winter,
cold. There's not a lot
nothing's
coming
going
out.
on. It's not right after the
Everybody's
holidays.
home.
It's time to settle down a little bit.
People are home.
Nothing's
They're back
happening
in their
February.
regular lives.
Yeah, not a lot of.
It's actually really good. That's really nice, actually.
I like the February, and it gives me time to do the fucking full pod, to do the whole promo stuff. What's that? Oh, you still vaping?
I got my 2% vape.
You got your 2% vape, still vaping. We were smoking cigarettes. I can't smoke with you. It makes me sick.
Because I spit all
You
the time.
spit, and it's an amount of spit that you wouldn't think would come out of your body. It doesn't make any sense where it's coming from. Like
I
you're
pee
saving
and
it
spit
up.
a lot. I have a lot of liquid flowing through.
Do you? You squirter?
No.
Oh.
But though I don't know because I don't really engage in penetrative.
Never. Still with Donnie's Gabby?
No, never.
Nothing's going in.
Does nothing for me. Tampons go in once a month. Nothing.
Still, but top.
Yeah, I'm top.
Okay. No combo for you. I'm still alarmed by this.
What, no combo?
Yeah.
I must be the last straight dyke that, I'm basically not even a lesbian. The only gay thing about me is that I'm gay. But other than that, I'm not gay. I don't do no gay shit. None of that goes nowhere.
You don't do gay shit.
No.
You post the gayest shit about Gabby all the time.
Isn't it wild? First of all, can you still believe that I'm with Gabby?
No. So for those who don't, I didn't even know. I found out how famous and hot Gabby was from everybody else talking about it. People would text me going, "Do you know who Robbie's dating?" And I was like, "I actually have no idea. I don't watch reality TV. I had no idea who she was.
No,
I was just
know.
like, oh, she's a hot girl. I had no idea what
And
came
you didn't
with
believe
her.
it, but then you met us.
I didn't believe it at all. I did not. Your time, I was like, I obviously believed it, but then I saw her with you. I remember it was her party. She invited me to, and she was all over you. I was like, holy fucking shit, this is real. She loves you.
Loves.
She's
And
like
I love her.
upset. but I'm like,
I know.
wow.
Have you ever seen me so in love?
I haven't, and I don't. I mean, I don't know her that well, but I'm like, I don't think that she's ever in this love with somebody.
No.
It's crazy.
No.
Like every 2 seconds I look over, she's kissing you. She's showing you to everybody, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Robby? Robby's nuts.
Listen,
It's crazy. And then when you see your photo, I love when she posted you, when she dropped you on the gram. That was nice. That was a
she
big
asked me
drop.
and then it was funny because we were sitting. She dropped me on the ground. I'm like, babe, I'm getting a lot of followers. She's like, hello.
I have a million
And then I'm like,
followers.
oh, should I post you? She's like, are you insane? And I'm like, well, I don't want to ruin her social media business. I'm like, do you want me to? Because I always told her, lay low. You don't,
Lay low. She went on The View. Didn't she go on The View?
Yeah, she's like, I'm coming out. She sat me down. She was like, I don't think you realize that this might like be a bigger thing.
Yeah.
Just like coming from Bachelor Nation. And
because was she one of the only ones to ever come out after the show?
yeah, Colton Underwood was the first gay guy to do it, but nobody cares about guys.
Yeah.
Like, especially in Bachelor Nation, it's about the girls. If it's the
Yeah.
Bachelor or the Bachelorette, we're both looking at the girls. Either you're looking at the Bachelorette or you're looking at the Bachelor contestants, which are women. And nobody, we were like, okay.
I honestly didn't even know this person's name. I have no idea.
No, exactly. So she was, I think, the first Bachelorette. There have been some others in the world that have been gay. But, she's the only one who had, 25 boyfriends last year and then was dating me.
Yeah. And it's were people like, what the fuck? Because it's
very confused.
Yeah.
So that's why I said lay low.
Lay low, don't
Because not only are you lesbian, but you're into me.
Yeah.
It's a particular, there's something very, I'm Jewish too. I don't want to,
Okay.
There was a lot going on. But Bachelor Nation right away rose up for me.
Oh, really? Okay. That's nice.
I
They're
am
supportive.
Bachelor Nation to the day I die now. These people, if anybody had nothing to say in the comments, they were right back.
Nice things? So
No, if
nice?
people had not nice things, the Bachelor Nation, fuck off, da da da.
Oh,
We love seeing
really?
Gabby
That's
happy.
nice.
Yeah, they back Gabby. They
Okay.
are soldiers for Gabby. We see them and we love you, and they
Okay.
protect me because of that.
That's nice. I need
very
these
nice.
people. Get on my Instagram.
It's
What the hell?
Very nice.
What
Very
the
nice.
heck?
Very nice.
At funlove.com, it doesn't matter if you're in a long-term relationship or one that's still new and exciting, monogamous, maybe you're open, maybe you're on the apps just swiping your life away, or maybe you're just taking time with yourself. Funlove.com is where you can explore a variety of options to rev up your romance in the bedroom and beyond. Hey, take a little vibrator to the kitchen, live a little, huh? Scramble some eggs, rub one out. It's your life. Funlove.com is a leading retailer of sensual health and wellness products, offering a wide array of premier brands of toys, lingerie, and accessories. They take pride in curating a selection of the highest quality products, offering everything from soft and sexy to hot and spicy, so you're sure to find what you're looking for at funlove.com. Let them help you discover, indulge, and satisfy your desires. Come and find the vibe you're looking for to make love fun by visiting funlove.com. And if you're in Arizona or Colorado, go check out one of their 18 store locations. Get in there, have a sniff, have a peek, have a touch. It is the time of year for giving, so why not give some fun stuff from funlove.com to your family, to your sister-in-law who's not getting a lot, maybe to your mom who hasn't been down there in a long time. Let's give them some fun things to work with. Stocking stuffers. I'll tell you what I love. Freak or Drink date night game, $44.99. That's a fun one. It's always fun at these holiday parties to take a game that no one else has. Trust me, nobody else has this. Why don't you add the Sex and Mischief Feathered Nipple Clamps, $16.99, to your dad's stocking, just for fun, just for shits, huh? And if you want just a nice little, you know how at Christmas you put something on everyone's little plate? I don't know if your family does that. Get the penis suckers, $1.99. Put a little penis on Mima's napkin. You'll be the hit of the dinner. For a limited time, save 30% off your first order. Just use the code Steph at funlove.com. Go to funlove.com and use code Steph at checkout to save 30% off your first order. Visit funlove.com today.
So Gabby comes out.
So
she tells me,
yes,
it's going to be, and I think she's going to come out on Instagram or whatever. She goes, I'm going to New York. I'm going on The View. I figure I want to do it. First of all, she was maybe going to do it with Good Morning America. Like the ways she was like, The View knows me. They like me. It's ABC. It's Bachelor. It's dancing. It's all in the family. I know all the people there. I trust that they'll handle it. They'll let me get my thing out. I mean.
So you go with her.
I go with her to New York. We're staying in a nice hotel across the park. It's that morning. We're in The View. And like, you know what I realized? Like, she said she needs to have a conversation with her. She's like, no, I can't just like suddenly be out. And I just didn't understand the scope of her situation. Yeah. So I'm like, in New York, we're at this hotel. She's going to come out on The View. I'm sitting in the room. Nobody is really even like acknowledging me or knows what I am.
Yeah,
like they see me with Gabby.
They're like, okay, and you weren't
like her management. Yeah, we were nervous before. Like I was so nervous in the hotel the night before. She wasn't worried at all. Even she had hair and makeup come to the hotel that morning, and I'm like, because I realized I never came out. I've never come out in my life.
You've
right?
Just been,
I was outed when I was 17, 18, and then I was just like this bitch from high school. So anyway, I kind of like had to begrudgingly be gay always.
Okay.
It's like, oh, she's gay. And I'm like, and I just kind of like pushed through.
Yeah, okay.
So this is my first time coming out.
Yeah.
Gab's coming out. She's out. Me. I never came out gay. So
big announcement.
I'm watching in the back. So they're like, usher that Gabby. They're all into Gabby. They're kind of like, oh, I'm taking up space. Look in the green room. Gabby's kissing me, hugging me. I'm the most important person there. Like she was still making me.
Yeah.
But people didn't. And then when she spoke, I didn't even really know what she was saying. She knew that I was more nervous. I didn't know what she was going to say. She had a couple ideas of what she would say. She talked about it, but then she's like, I'll probably just go from the heart. I was watching on a monitor. So they're like, Usher and Gabby, and I'm like being put, I'm like, they're like, you could maybe sit there. I'm like, I had no idea she would speak so well about me or say, people ask offensive questions without realizing it's offensive. And I also don't think that being offended is bad. Like for me, if somebody's offended by something, I'm like, yeah, being offended isn't that bad. You're not in Gaza.
Yeah, that's your go-to. Also.
Yeah, like why would being offended, so it's offensive and it's worth noting because it's on The View. But I remember when Joy asked her, would you date guys after this? You think you would date, and that would be like asking if she had a boyfriend, like, would you date other men?
Yeah.
After this, it's a bizarre question.
Yeah.
It invalidates the experience.
Her whole thing coming out
of a relationship. Yeah. Like this relationship isn't as serious or as whatever. Meanwhile, she's literally publicly declaring it.
Yes.
So it's one of those accidentally invalid. She handled everything elegant. If you have not watched Gabby come out on The View, the clip is watch the full interview. It's so good. And she was like, she just was able to navigate those things very naturally. Joy may not have known indirectly, how invalidating that is. And Gabby was able to really own that and not even pay any mind to stuff like that.
That's
just keep on the course. Like she fell in love with a person and this is the situation. So, and I'm watching her talk about me and everything. And then everybody starts looking at me. They realize like, oh, she's talking about me. It felt like, I feel like I'm living in Notting Hill.
Okay.
Okay. I'm Hugh Grant. At the fucking bookstore. Okay, writing, like, whatever. Okay. And she's the big, like, reality star, whatever. Bella, American Sweetheart, The Bachelorette, And remember at the newsroom, and he's asking at the end of the scene, he's like asking, like, say there was a boy. I don't know what he was asking, but it felt like then only when they realized how in love we were, and she was speaking to it.
Then you became a fucking person.
That they started looking at me, looking at the monitor. And right after, and she ran off stage, and I was so proud of her. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm gonna tear up. This is so cute.
I'm like, you did so great. Like I was hearing it for the first time with everybody else, and then everybody was around
Were they
us,
all
and then I was included.
Were they all like?
Yeah, we were just beyond in love.
Yeah.
And
nice
we were
way to
open
go.
for the first time. We went to Central Park, and we were just walking, and it was wild.
Did she get hounded on the street a lot?
No, and Gabby loves when you say hi to her. So there's no hounding. She's thrilled to be spotted. She wants to take a picture. If you like her nails, tell her. She is not annoyed at all. She loves you.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Are you getting recognized now?
oh yeah, I get some spots.
I'll tell you why I get recognized. The ferry from Vancouver to Victoria. Those are my fans. Real ferry dwelling folk.
I had food poisoning with Gabby after Thai food. I immediately had to vomit this Thai food. Now, I love Thai food, so nothing to this Thai food. But I ordered the mapo tofu, and I wasn't really in a place to have the mapo tofu. Keep in mind, I'm also working out, and my stomach is different now. This was actually a while ago, but maybe a year ago. And I have to vomit immediately. I'm like, babe, I can't eat that food. It was like lunch. I don't even know. I'm vomiting. A guy goes, Robby Hoffman? Funniest.
Like, where are you
Stop
puking?
saying- outside.
Outside puke. Mid puke.
I
Someone stopped
ran
you.
outside, and I puke maybe once a decade.
Oh my God.
Like, vomiting is so unusual,
That's so funny.
but also it was like so much vomit. It was like when I puke, it's, unimaginable amounts of puke.
Did he ask for a photo? No.
It was like you could see the mapo tofu still. You could
Okay,
see the
yeah.
pieces.
And he didn't care.
And he was
He
like,
was-
and I'm like, I literally have tears. I've been puking. I think I'm like dying of food poisoning. I'm like, we have to go to the hospital. Gabby's in her. She's like,
You're fine.
it's fine.
Yeah, you just.
You had a reaction to this food. It's
Yeah,
unusual.
stop.
I go, but it could be Crohn's.
It's always something with you. It could be Crohn's.
Well, because you don't have symptoms and then you have symptoms.
Yeah, well, you ate bad tofu. That's what happens. It's not. I got recognized in the United Lounge, and I looked so fucking ugly. I had
Okay,
no
what
makeup
are
on,
you
and I was
doing?
like,
So you're United?
I fucked up. I hate United.
No, but
Yeah,
Delta's
it's too late
brutal.
now. It's too late now. No, United, because it's with Air Canada, and Air Canada is the worst fucking airline on the planet.
The worst.
Absolute. If you have a bag, you better be taking it on the plane, or you'll never see the bag again.
No.
Doesn't matter if it's direct. The bag is gone. They lost my bag for like a week. They went back to me, completely ruined, like dented, a wheel's off, and I'm like, you fucked my bag. You fucked it up. Then what'd you do to this bag?
No, but I left the Delta scam either. I'm with Chase. You got to do the Chase Reserve. No loyalty.
Okay.
You can, but the points are sublime.
So what airline are you flying now?
Delta. The problem if you have the Delta card is I realized I was spending, no matter what, I was spending $3,000 to $5,000 on my credit card a month. Now we buy a lot of flights and stuff,
Yes.
but I was like, why is it always? I used to spend $3,000 on my credit card, given with travel, whatever. But it was always consistently almost at $5,000. But I'm like, I'm getting all these deals with the points.
Mm-hmm.
I looked into it. Delta flights, if you buy them without their card, no points. They're always inflated.
Okay.
They're about $100 more. If you buy them with points, it feels like, oh, I'm getting that $100 off. Except no, when you go in, they raise it even another $100 to negate your points. The price is always more expensive. That you're never actually saving, and you're always only spending more on only Delta flights.
Fucking scam.
So, and it was to the tune of $1,000 to $1,500 a month.
For like what, 2 flights? Like what are these flights?
For maybe over 6 months, I looked at this.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm consistently spending $1,500 more than I normally spend. Nothing. I'm not extravagant. Nothing has.
Yeah, you're
nothing in my life has changed. What has changed was the Delta card, but I thought I should be saving with the card. I feel like I'm getting all this money off. Actually, when you go in to use the points, they inflate the prices by the points that you have.
This is fucked.
So it's really a class action. I stopped the card. I asked for my $550 back. They gave it to me. I said, the jig is up.
The jig is up.
I'm with Chase Reserve, and I'm back to $3,000 a month and making so much discounts on
I need this
my
then.
flights. The other thing with Delta that they did, so I still had one benefit left with my Delta card. It was my free companion pass, which means you could take a flight with, if you and Jefferson wanted to go somewhere, for the price of just your flight, you can add him on anywhere domestic or Canada or Mexico.
Okay.
Okay, anywhere in North America
For free?
for free, one time, a domestic
Okay,
flight,
okay, one time.
whatever flight it is. So let's say you both have, you have to go to Florida, you have to go to Austin. You want him to come, you don't want to pay for
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
You buy 2 seats for the price of one, no matter what, and you could do it with a Delta Comfort, first class, doesn't matter. Gabby and I going to Mexico, celebrate each other's birthdays. I said, I knew I would want to use this on a first class. They just opened Mexico to be part of this deal. I go and I find first class. First of all, the flights to Mexico, all of first class open. We're very early in booking, so nothing.
Yeah.
This is not eligible. I go, I pick one ticket because one ticket was like $900. I don't even know what it was for first class. I go, okay, pick two. It's not eligible. I'm doing other flights, not eligible. I call Delta. I go, what gives? I'm trying to use my companion pass.
What gives?
Mexico. What's going on? They go, oh, not all flights are eligible. It depends if there's seats on the plane. I go, this plane is completely empty.
There's nothing but seats.
There's 4 seats on the plane. Every other seat. He goes in and goes, yeah, but if enough of the companion passes are used up, I'm like, there can't be any used on this flight because there's no seats.
There's no one on the plane.
They will choose which flights you do a companion pass on, and it ends 2025. It ends like January 2025. So if I don't use one of the only flights they'll have with the companion pass will be the worst that nobody's taking.
Oh, yeah, it's going to fucking Arkansas. You're
It's
like,
going to
I don't want to
Arkansas.
fucking go to Arkansas.
If you want to go to Little Rock with somebody, you can on the companion pass. It is a complete class action, disgusting
Wow.
snake oil tactic.
Delta,
So Delta
you're
is, the jig is up. Your fake loyalty is transparent. And we move to Chase. And
That's
Chase, we hold your feet to the fire. We hold your feet to the fire. And so far, Chase, thank you.
Thank you, Chase.
And Chase is opening their own lounges.
Are they? Yeah, I've been using. I got the priority pass.
Okay, so what do you? So because by the way, this is where we live half the time. People don't know this. When you're touring,
We live. in the
you're
sky.
in airports.
Yeah, we live.
Also with Delta, they don't have direct flights a lot.
United has no direct flights. We had to fucking have a
Chase,
stopover in
no
Denver.
loyalty. You take
No.
whatever flight,
Okay.
whatever airline, and you make as many
But here's
points
the problem
on
now.
each.
I'm like a flight away
But it's
from
a
being
scam.
platinum 1K United now, which means I will be upgraded first class every fucking flight. I can board right away. I get like a million fucking people in
Fine.
the lounge. I get a million bags. I'm up there now. But it's like I have spent so much fucking money in the last few years on United. It's crazy.
Yeah,
And
okay,
then Air Canada, it's supposed to be loyal to them. And then I go to book a flight in Air Canada. I'm in the back with my knees in my eyes. And I'm like, oh, what is this?
But my question is this: with the United, with the loyalty thing, are you really one flight away?
Yeah,
Because they always move the goal.
No,
You'll
I
know
look
this.
at it every day. I look at it every day.
Okay, so what do you have to do?
I have to book these 3 flights the second I get home. I have to book a couple.
And
flights.
then how long do you have to maintain that status?
I think I get it for a year, but I will because I'm gonna be flying every fucking weekend anyways. Speaking of my tour dates, please check my punchup.live/Steph Tolev for tickets because I keep going places and the next day someone goes, no, San Antonio. I was just in San Antonio, so please check my tour dates.
No, that's annoying too. Why are you DMing with nonsense people?
It's really crazy the DMs
It
like
is
that, and then getting mad at
nonsense.
me or like come to St. Louis. People get mad. I'm not booked there. I am booked in the places where a booker reached out and said, "I want her here."
Take
if
a
I'm not booked
car.
there, no one wants me there.
Yeah,
I have to break it to you. No booker wants me.
everybody wants you.
Well, we gotta wrap up here. We simply gotta wrap up here. Do you have any other bod stories? Have you had any besides your lockjaw?
I have tremendous lockjaw right now.
That's all you can think about. Well, tell everyone where they can find you.
Robby Hoffman on Instagram for nudes
Yeah,
and
a lot of
updated
nudes.
dates. My link tree is there. I don't tour a lot because I don't enjoy it. But when I come to you, that's your chance. Do not say when you're coming back. Ideally, never. This is always my case. Ideally, never.
So
Go see me
Yes.
when you can, and you won't regret it because it's ideally never for me. I don't enjoy it. I do it for you.
Are you going to
And that
Seattle?
means that also. When I go there, the only thing that I enjoy is the 1 hour I'm on stage for you. And I'm flying for you. Both on the plane and on stage. And I'm hoping never to come back.
Very follow Robby. She's thrilling to follow. You're in Seattle.
Yeah, when?
You're there the day after me. You're there I'm there the January 4th. You're there the 5th at Wet City Comedy Festival.
Okay, so what are we going to do?
We're gonna do something. I'm saying, come
we
see
gonna have
Robby.
a
Do
dinner?
it back to back. Do a Saturday
Okay,
Sunday.
Are we going to do dinner? Steak
We're gonna
dinner?
do- we're gonna do steak dinner.
My podcast, Too Far, is back. It's very tepid. We also are not consistent with it, okay? We are back when we're back. And the Patreon is worth it. It might be pricey. Maybe you don't have an extra $5. I don't care. Panhandle for it. Do whatever you have to do. The New York Times calls my podcast addictive.
Oh, really?
It's more addictive than fentanyl.
I've
I'm
had
the
no
new
reviews
fentanyl.
on this, so I don't know. Thank you for coming on, Robby. Come
Thank
see
you.
us in
Love
Seattle.
you.
Go check both our tour
Seattle.
dates.
We should. I want to open for you and you open for me in Seattle.
Yeah, I don't know how it works at this festival though.
I know, like we don't really open, but it'd be fun just
Yeah,
to
it'd be
have you
fun,
there for
yeah.
a second.
Okay, I'll ask mentally a lineup. Okay, bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Steph